Now, tonight at 1 o'clock, the clocks will go forward. 1 hour, of course, making the time 2 a.m. This change marks the beginning of British summertime, meaning we'll all have more daylight in the evenings, less in the mornings. Does sound great. However, for people who don't have the luxury of a sleep in tomorrow, it means they're losing an hour's sleep. Dr. Lindsay Browning is a sleep expert. Hello, Lindsay.
Hello.
Good evening. Can an hour's sleep affect people much?
Surprisingly, yes, actually. There's lots of studies have shown that tomorrow, after the clock change, and if people haven't had the extra hour's sleep, there's an increased incident of road traffic accidents and also an increase in heart attacks tomorrow, just from that 1 hour of lost sleep, which is quite shocking, really.
It's extraordinary. Say that again. There's an increase in heart attacks and what else?
And road traffic accidents. So there's more. There's a 6%. They've suggested a 6% increase risk of a road traffic accident tomorrow. Well, tomorrow at all, and over the next week. In fact, the effect doesn't just last tomorrow. It tends to last up to a week. That this change, the hour moving forward, and it's not just the fact that people might lose the hour's sleep, and that is definitely a big part of it. But it's also the fact that our body has been used to being asleep in the morning at that time, and now we're having to get up an hour earlier, meaning that we might be driving the car when actually our body, in essence, still wants to be asleep. So we might have slower reaction times. Also, it's a bit darker at that point in the morning. All of these things add up to the fact that we're more likely to be involved in a car accident tomorrow.
Talk to me more about what is actually ticking inside our body.
Sure.
How does the internal body clock work?
Well, it's amazing. We have, in essence, a sort of clock inside of our body that lets us know what time it is without having to look at a clock. And if we don't really believe that, just think about if you've ever travelled long distances and been jet lagged, that's what it is. If we travel to another country on a different time zone, we'll still be thinking in terms of UK time in our body, and we might be tired when the country we're in is awake, but we're still kind of stuck in that UK time. And the clock change is, in essence, us changing to a 1 hour time difference, which may not sound like a lot. It's only 1 hour, but it's just amazing that actually even just changing that 1 hour can have a significant effect. People can find it much more difficult to fall asleep tomorrow night, and they might struggle to feel awake in time in the morning. And like you said, if you don't have the luxury tomorrow morning of having a lie-in, you'll literally not be able to get as much sleep as you want to because of that lost hour.
I I I can't understand how the internal body clock works, but I do know that if I don't set my alarm, I waken up about 6:45 a.m. every morning with an alarm. If I don't set that alarm, it's on my mobile runs out. I waken up at 6:45 without it.
Yeah, and
It's
that's amazing.
extraordinary.
Absolutely. And then, of course, our body doesn't know that the time's changed because arbitrarily somebody decided, British summertime, that we would want those earlier sunshine, being able to have those longer nights where you can have more sunshine in the evening. And that hour's clock change was decided to give us that. But of course, on the day when it happens, we don't just instantly change because we can't tell our body inside of ourselves, oh, don't worry about it. Now, 1 o'clock in the morning is now 2 o'clock. So let's change that. We have to give our body time to change to that new time zone. And there are definitely things we can do to speed up that process of
Like
change.
what?
So tomorrow morning, it'd be really, really helpful to get up and get outside as soon as possible when you wake up to get that bright sunshine in the morning. Even if it's cloudy, you'll still get lots of light exposure because getting bright light exposure, so basically just going outside and being exposed to bright light, helps our circadian rhythm to go to sleep and wake up a little bit earlier, which is what we need to do when the clocks change. So that's a really good thing to do. And conversely, making sure that in the evening, tomorrow night and the following nights, that you really try even more than usual to avoid sunshine, and bright light in the
It's
evening.
it's really, really interesting. Dr. Lindsay Browning, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.